can flow and stuff, right? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, I really can't see. Okay, go ahead. I was like, am I in this?
More Sibley than me on this framing. That's what it needs to be. Sibley, what is the Veritas Group?
Well, Colin, I'm so glad you asked, and I'm sure you all want to know too. Mm-hmm. Well, let's start off with I'm Sibley Scholes. You are Colin Pierce.
I am.
We've known each other we don't need to do numbers. You're going to tell my age. We've known each other for some time now. You were the first person that I worked with who taught me what a voiceover was. You knew that.
Oh, yeah.
And I've just loved who you are and what you've created, and we decided one day to combine forces in our creative spaces.
Which stemmed from, you had a really cool project that you're doing with the phenomenal Monk, and you said, hey, do you want to come shoot this with me? And it coincided conveniently with the short film that I was producing, and so we perfectly overlapped and started a project, and we realized how much fun we had.
Yes, it was so much fun that we had to come together. Am I breaking the fourth wall? Can I look at that?
No, you can totally wear that. It's probably actually better because then you're...
Let's. No, it was something I've always wanted to have a production company. I've always wanted to put out my own content, and I always wanted to find someone that I can do that with, because I think there's power in numbers. But our duo, just as it is right now, is so powerful. It's brought in, so many new ideas to us. It's brought new ideas. Every time I talk to you, I feel even more creative. Yeah. And I think that's like the biggest thing. We keep finding, every conversation we have, we've wanted to expand on that and say, oh, there's this opening where we can fit in here and we can do this. Yeah. I think it's just been a cool time to get to know you as a person.
Yeah.
And then also expand our horizon on the creative front, if that even means anything to anyone. But it's
well, and it's something that I always find is interesting is you'll watch people who are really close but have similar skills go into partnerships. I know so many people that like their business partner is a proxy of them by a degree. Yes. And something that I've always appreciated about you and I think we talk about this every once in a while, is the things that I don't do, you are so phenomenal at and come so naturally to you, and all the sides of my game that are weak, you are probably one of the best at in all of those fields. All the things that you're looking to learn and grow in, I am so grateful to have that experience. And so we just joined forces, and where you want to grow, I've kind of got that experience. Yes. The things that I find myself lacking in come naturally to you, and like to me that's the best version of a partnership. Like it really does make it a lot easier.
It is, and it's hard to find that, I think, and I didn't go searching for it. I don't know if you've been searching for that, but it just kind of happened in that way, and now I'm learning so much from you, and I know we're learning from each other, and it's just continued to grow. And it's a multimedia company, in a sense. We're working in the hospitality space, we're working in the music space, we're working in films and television, and it just continues to expand. Live shows, so there's a lot.
Which was, that's a perfect example of that was never on my radar. And then we were going to grab sushi, as we typically do when we hang out. And we were just talking as friends about the state of the industry. We were on our way to edit our first documentary together, The Quiet Storm. And you brought up this concept of I want to do a live show. Here we are 4 months later, and we have some of the largest brands on earth engaging with us again. I never would have gone after that had you not brought it up. Yeah. And that creativity and that excitement went like, oh, well, there's the path there to do that. And all of a sudden, here we are. And it's like, that's a great example of you bringing something to the table and me being so grateful to be able to provide my side of things and make that happen.
You bring our ideas and thoughts to life. Behind the camera in front.
Very nice.
It's cool too. Obviously my job is to conduct interviews, right? But I've never worked behind the camera on a movie set or a documentary set. And like you mentioned, Quiet Storm, we did that. Yeah. We worked so well on that together too. And I think the cool thing about this company that we brought to life is there's so much heart and humanity behind it. I always bring it back to that because it matters.
Oh yeah.
And we're telling special stories, not just surface level stuff. We want to get to the nitty gritty and we want to get to the humanity of things.
And you know what? You're also touching on, again, something that I think not enough people know about you, which is, to me, one of the strongest arguably the most impressive thing about Sibley Skulls as a professional, which is when we bring up projects, you're very kind in saying I bring them to life, but ultimately, the term producer gets thrown around a lot. A lot of people don't even know what a producer is. Like a lot of my family members still to be like, so what do you do? What is it? How are you paying these bills? And I just hit something. Well, I hope that just turns it off. A producer really is just someone who makes stuff happen. And something I've found that is so impressive about you as a producer is I know the technical side. I'm very confident in saying that. Whether it's the camera tech, whether it's the post tech, whether it's the execution, literally spreadsheets of budgets and numbers. But when it comes to getting things done, it really is getting from point A to point B depends on your connections and who you know and how to get from point A to point B. Something that is impressive about you that I don't know if people know this, I know I didn't until we worked in this capacity, is there is almost no one you don't know, or there is almost no one that you don't know how to get in touch with. And so we'll develop a project and I'll just offhandedly say like, this would be a lot easier if we knew the head of name the giant billion-dollar company. And Sibley goes, give me 5 minutes. And you have the ability to bring in life-changing people and organizations within 2 phone calls typically. That to me is the highest level of producing there is.
Oh.
And anyone can learn how to make a spreadsheet. Anyone can know how to balance a camera. To be able to get in touch with people confidently and know your value, that is one of the greatest pleasures of working with you. And one of the greatest values of you as a human is I've also noticed whenever you make those calls, not only are people wanting to help you, people feel like it's a gift to help you. That is insane. And that says so much more about you as a person than it does about any professional in any capacity.
Well, now I will cry at the lift bar inside of the Aria. That's very kind of you to say. No one's talked to me like that. But what I will say to add to everything, and the cool part about working with you has been, again, I love being in friendships, relationships, starting foundations with people, family, where I can learn.
Yeah.
And you've brought so much learning and excitement to my life in the sense of, I have this idea, but like talking through it with you, you're always so kind. Like we don't step on each other's toes.
Yeah.
And when we have our phone calls, that's my favorite part, is getting on the phone with these big companies or these directors to get, their knowledge or to, take from these calls. You always ask me first, like, let's get on the phone first. Let's go over our delivery of this.
Yeah.
And that's very kind of you, because this man has done the Marvel films, Barbie, like literally I had no idea all the celebrities you worked with, the directors that you'd worked with, you yourself being a director and everything else. Like I'm in awe watching. That's true.
That's very kind.
I'm in awe, and it's every single time we do a project, and I think people see that. But yeah, I love the space that we're in because I learned so much from you, and I've wanted to, like, I didn't go to college for any of this. I didn't go to college for anything. But it's so cool to see how you operate and work, and you're so knowledgeable in this space. The money conversations, I'm not scared to have those because you understand budgeting and all of that, and now I'm starting to learn it. And you're very patient with me in that sense, and it's just been cool to watch and learn more about you too. Again, the surfing side of you, the professional side over there. I had no idea all of the accolades that you've had, and it's just inspiring. I think when you see our projects come out, and you know, this is the first start of us getting to tell you all about ourselves. And so that's difficult for me too, because I always ask everyone about how they are. So it's cool to have this moment too. But I say all that to say it's been a blessing to work with you, and I think our projects will reflect the relationship that we've built since the beginning.
And that seems to be the unexpected and unintended outcome of what became the Veritas Group, because ultimately this started as your production company, Teeny Rich Productions, my production company, Pierce Unlimited, and I think we both kind of in our own time got to the thing of like every document had 2 production companies on it. Every contract had 2 companies. Every document was slightly more involved because it required these 2 elements. And over time, we I think, you were the one who called it out, but I was getting to that same point of like, we're just doing everything anyways. we're just doing everything together anyways. Every project I have, I'm just finding excuses to bring you in on. Everything that you have, you're just like, hey, do you want to come do this? I'm like, yeah, of course. Like, let's. And so that's ultimately the core of why we formed the Veritas Group, but also stemming from your previous point, we found this lane of pure authenticity of interest. Yeah. Interest being our only north on our compass of like, well, Julian Smith, the boxer whose documentary we're coming out with very soon, his story was so interesting, that became our first project.
Yeah.
And then we said, hey, we're really interested in travel. Let's form this hospitality wing. That became our next project to it. And every project we've been on was merely a byproduct of we are actually interested in that. The commercials we want to do, the way that we do production. This right here was just an interest. You were like, I'm interested in telling more stories and showing who we are. And I was like, yeah, dope, let's do it.
Yeah.
And that interest, that using that interest as a north on our compass seems to be the core of Veritas Group. And that's, to me, why this is so fun.
And I think the cool part about it too, like, everything we've talked about, but in addition to that is I hope when people see us on camera and our creativity shining through, that they learn from us too. Like, this is cool to show people what it can be like, where it's not just doing stuff just to do it.
Yes.
We're doing it because we care, and also we're doing it because it's fun, and we're doing it to create more. Like, we're expanding in so many different avenues, and I keep telling Colin, I'm like, I want to be as delusional as possible. I want to be as delusional as possible because we're here, we're in the moment, we're living. You've got the cameras, you've got the equipment. I brought my stuff that I've never used before. You're going to help me with that as well too. Like, there's just so much that we're doing together. I had an idea for kind of stepping outside of working for other people as well. And that's how the live show came about for us, which you will see soon.
Very soon.
But I don't want to talk in circles. I just think it's great what we've built and we're continuing to build. And I think it's just a great example of two people who are creative, who are passionate and care, coming together and just creating endless projects to make a difference. And we even have the charity aspects that we want to focus on too, because that's special to me. I know it means something to you as well. So we're covering all the grounds.
And I think it's worth mentioning, or it's accurate to say that, like, although we're doing this right now, this is fun. We're here at the Aria and we're having, you've got an incredible weekend lined up and we're in production on a lot of stuff. This is something we're going to start doing more of, as we're going to be honest about where we're at.
Yes.
Currently, we have one feature-length documentary in post-production. We've got another one that is about to be greenlit. We've got a more passion project that we just discussed that's on its way out.
Yep.
All good, thank you. And we've got the live show and we've got the hospitality vertical that we're building out. And as we do all these things, this is something that we want to start doing more consistent of, which is, if you've watched to this point, thank you, we're going to start making sure that you're seeing the reason for what we're doing, why we're doing it, how we're doing it, and just a little bit more of us and a little bit more of like the life of us outside of just these projects and who we are. And again, what the core of this video was what the Veritas Group is. It really is just us and why we're doing this. And so now that you understand that, we can start to get a little bit deeper on the storytelling of the process and the journey and everything behind the scenes that doesn't end up on screen.
Yes, because it's a lot. And we don't live in the same state.
Yeah.
And it's not a long flight, but it is a lot with our schedules.
Yeah.
He's got his own personal projects that he works on. I have my own personal projects. Yeah. But again, we find ways to bring them together. Like, I'm here now for covering UFC.
Yeah.
He lives here out in Vegas. And so I'm like, if there's anything we can do and shoot, let's knock it out and get it done. And he comes to LA. He lets me know he's in LA. Wherever we may be, we're trying to create more and do more, and we don't sleep. So, if you must know.
If you ever want to feel bad about yourself, work with Sibley Skulls. You will find out you could be a problematic workaholic and find out you don't do anything, actually.
No, I always call him and apologize. I'm like, I'm so sorry for calling you, because it could have been a voice note or a text. And our voice notes, we realize, we're really good at leaving 2-3 minute voice notes.
Yeah.
We've gotten great at that. But again, it's fun working with you.
Yeah.
And I think people are going to see that. And just to jump on what you said, we will be doing more of these as often as we can, so that we can keep you up to date on all of our projects, because there's a lot of exciting things happening, and a lot are happening kind of all at once.
yes, and we want to, I think part of this too is we want to make sure that it's real, which is why we're doing it in a hotel lobby and not in some controlled environment, because like we've already talked about this, there's going to be versions where we're on a plane for 20 hours and we're going to do a version of it that's like, okay, what did we just do? Where are we going? And so I think that in the moment, and we're going to be very intentional about separating what are our products and what's just giving us a peek behind the scenes, because we don't want to ever conflate those two, and we want to make sure that like the real stuff is real and the production is the productions.
Yes, absolutely. So that is the Veritas Group. And again, this is chapter 1 of our lives. We got more to come. Yay!
Cheers to that.
Cheers! Stay tuned for more.
That's so...
Isn't it good? We're drinking juice, by the way.
Yeah. Mocktails, dude. Mocktails for 2 sober people.
Mocktails and some dill pickle popcorn. Delicious. But yeah, I think that sums up a lot of it.
That was a lot more than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, you're so well spoken. Look at that. And me, I'm like, hubba. You would think I would know how to speak by now, but it's hard for me to put into words sometimes.
Totally.
Like what we're doing and what we're creating, because again, it's all kind of happening really fast. And I've never been in a position where I felt confident enough to share all of my ideas.
That's the nerve. I mean, all credit to you. Like, I would never do this right now. I would never, ever do this right now. This is horrifying.
It's a lot, right?
It's a lot. And, like, thinking about everything you're saying wrong, and, like, I'm conscious of every time I address someone. Like, I look at my ADD goes, and I notice every person walking by. Like, this is terrifying. But the authenticity of, like, showing where we're at, I think is so much more valuable than the fear, obviously.
Yeah,
and so,
we're just going to get over all of those things and wait, like, maybe 3 months down the road, we're going to be professionals at this.
Oh, yeah, dude. We're hosting our own show.
Yeah, it's going to be our own show.
Yeah.
But this is exciting. We're excited for you to be on the journey with us and, tell everybody about the Veritas Group, because we are on the way to you very soon. It's going to be good.
Love it. Perfect.